everyone, Squirrel Bait here, and welcome to Going Sideways, where I discuss current events that affect our preparedness and our freedoms. Let's see what's next. Grab one off the stack. Oh, yes. Have you heard of a startup company called NewsGuard? Have you heard of that yet? Oh, you will. So what this is, well, you've heard about the fake news, right? Oh, yeah, and it's a threat to our democracy. Oh, yeah. Well, how do you know what's fake news and what's not? Here they come to save the day. Yes. Supposedly, this is what we're being told. NewsGuard is founded by media executives Steve Brill and Gordon Krovitz. And what NewsGuard is it is a browser extension that is going to rate the news. And it gives you a rating of green or orange or red, so you can determine. No, I'm sorry. No, you don't determine what's fake news or isn't. They do for you. Let's take a look at this. First of all, these two guys, it is saying that this is being presented to us as this is a startup company that these two media executives started. Really? Okay. Let's take a look at this. From Wired.com. Okay. Here's what happens when news comes with a nutrition label, and we'll be talking about their nutrition label. It's cute, but we'll talk about that. It is again presented that these two guys started this, and they raised $6 million. Okay, let's stop right there before we even get into it. Let's take a look at that. Two executives. Now, I can understand them raising a lot of money because, well, they're executives and they have a lot of connections, right? And I imagine they're skilled marketers, right? But they're not software developers. So where'd the app come from? I think what the real story here is, and you'll probably think this too at the end of this, I think these two guys were hired as the new executives for a company that their job is to get it off the ground. Get it going. That's what I think. I think they're the new execs at NewsGuard. Because, again, they didn't write the code, so where does it come from? They don't say in any of this where the app actually comes from. Well, I can guess. And you will too by the time we're done. Let's take a look. All right, let's start with this. This is from Finsmes, FINSMES.com. Dated March 6th, 2018. NewsGuard is a New York City-based startup. And it raised $6 million in funding, and it gives a list of all of the companies that participated in the funding. See things like Blue Haven Initiatives and Cox Investment Holdings and just a whole list of initial investors, which I'm going to take the time later and go through them all and see who they are. But link to this, all of this that I'm discussing is going to be down below. Feel free to take a look at this so you can look at this list yourself. So moving on to what this is and why you care. NewsGuard will address the fake news crisis by hiring dozens of trained journalists as analysts to review the 7,500 news and information websites most accessed and shared in the United States. And they will get a rating of green, yellow, or red. NewsGuard will launch in the U.S. and then expand into other countries. Really? That's pretty ambitious for a little startup company, don't you think? Uh-huh. will launch in the U.S. and then expand to other countries. Oh, okay, I see now. I already see it. And not only will they have the ratings, they will have a nutrition label, they're calling it. It's a write-up about the site. So you'll have the rating and then you'll have a write-up. Here's an example for you. In addition to rating the 7,500 most read and shared sites, a separate SWAT team, it actually says this, a separate SWAT team will be on call 24/7 to receive and act on alerts about sites that are suddenly trending or have not yet been rated. Boy, they're taking this pretty serious. Of course, that doesn't sound like an NSA program at all. No, not at all. The NewsGuard analysts will rate the sites in real time. Yeah. Think AI. Think artificial intelligence, yes. The company will supply browser plugin versions of the software, providing its ratings and nutrition labels for free to news literacy groups, schools, and university systems and individual consumers so that ratings and nutritional labels can appear as part of the searches they conduct on news alerts they receive. NewsGuard will license its ratings and nutrition labels to the various social media and search platforms and other aggregators of news and information so they can offer the ratings and nutritional labels with their feeds, whether you like it or not. Stepping stone. Said this before. I just did a video about that. This is a stepping stone. Next step that I think pre-installed on all devices. Part of your regular download. You know, your updates on your Windows. Yeah, that'll be tagged along with it. And step after that, well, the red labels will be considered inciting violence. They will be considered dangerous. And the step after that, do the math. That's what I think. The Ministry of Truth is coming. That's what I think. That's exactly what I think here. So, I went to their website, took a look at that. Link down below. We use humans, not algorithms, to identify unreliable news because, it's unreliable news. Oh, okay. I like the way they play with the words. Because we believe our work should be done with transparency and accountability. Boy, we hear those terms thrown around a lot, don't we? Have they ever been true? How many times have we heard Facebook talk about accountability and transparency? Administrations in our government. Accountability, transparency. Yeah. I just tune it out now. When we issue a rating, the names of the journalists who work on it are listed along with their biographies and contact information. And whenever any website fails to meet one of our 9 criteria, we call and email the site to attempt to give them a chance to comment. Algorithms do not call for comment. Now watch now. They're talking about how they use people, not AI. When we issue a rating. So the actual choosing, is it green, is it yellow, is it red? That will be done by people. Okay? AI, trust me, gathers all the site info. AI gathers all the news information. This SWAT team alert is generated by AI. So it's a little misleading to say, oh, everything's done by humans. Not everything will be done by humans. The actual assigning of the rating will be because why? AI is not biased, is it? No. Come on. Come on. Ministry of Truth is coming, people. Thought you would like to be aware. And again, it's called NewsGuard. And it's all one word with the N capitalized and the G capitalized. If you do a search any other way, you're going to come up with the Coast Guard news, the National Guard news. So Start with the links down below. And thank you for watching. And remember, question everything, including me.